let's paint this awesome painting. If you haven't painted in a while, this is a good one to get started with. Very simple, very easy. I know it looks hard, but trust me, I'm going to break it down, make it really easy, and at the end of the class, you will have the cutest, awesomest little waterfall landscape. It's going to be wonderful. Now, I painted this one in 45 minutes, so it's really not a long technique. I would budget around an hour to an hour and a half because, we like to have fun and giggle at our little parties. So budget for that. Now, also, our little club has finally found a home. Now, I'm sorry it took a while to find the home, and I've been all over Altoona trying to figure it out, but the bowling alley just seems to work out so wonderful, and they've been so gracious and like how fun too. So if you have the kids, the grandkids, the husband, um, and they're bored out of their mind, this is something fun to do. So it's kind of sneaky. So here's the deal. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go paint and we're gonna have fun and just do our thing. Well, here's what you gotta do. You gotta tell your guy and be like, well, you're not hanging out with the kids as much, and so while I go do this, you're gonna take them to the bowling alley because that's where we're at, and you're gonna spend some quality time with the kids. And so, I mean, right? Sneaky. Don't tell them you're doing it, but like just, hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, and like, I mean, how fun, right? Fun for the whole family. And then maybe they'll be interested in the painting. Who knows? I don't know. My husband, he'll sit there and stare and watch for a minute, and then he'll be like, ugh, totally bored and go away. And what a good way to spend the Saturday with the family, right? Like totally chill. So the bowling alley, what a good home that we found. I'm so glad. And then also, okay, so there's a lot of things going on here. Um, I got kind of popular, which is awesome, and our club has grown up, and I have been so blessed, and we have been so blessed that, yeah. So I'm going to be doing these a little bit more frequently now, especially we have a home and there's a lot of interest in what we're doing. So I'm going to be doing these now every other week at the bowling alley. Now each time I'm going to switch up the classes. So like today's, this one is a landscape. The next one I think I'm going to do people, and I'm going to do characters for the kids. I'm gonna go all different. We're gonna do in springtime. I have a whole series of flowers I want to work on because there's, as oh my goodness, you can go on and on forever with flowers, and they just always look good. They really do. They go with like whatever decor you have, and so I think this is going to be a good one. This is going to be very good and intro-y to work on the wet on wet technique. Now I know you've done it before, but yeah, I feel like we need to practice a little bit more on that one. Not to say that they weren't cute before, but I've just seen the group as a whole. We need to work on that technique just a little bit. So this will be a good one for that. We're really gonna work on it. Now I just went to the store and I bought brand new brushes and I've got all new stuff. So this one is an 11 by 14, but what I'm planning on doing is this one is a 16 by 20. So this is the size that we're gonna work on. It's the same stretch canvas, same thing. So we're gonna do that size, but we're gonna do this design. Now, if you wanted to change it a little bit, maybe put some more mountains or some more trees or, put a plane or something, I could totally show you that. I mean, it's so simple. It'll take 5 seconds and you'll be like, oh, I did that. And I'll be like, yeah, yeah, you're totally cool. You so did that. So, yeah, come positive and happy, and also make sure that your clothing, that you have stuff that you don't mind getting paint on, because I can give you an apron, but like if I do honestly, these little aprons, they don't cover anything. They just cover your lap, and we need it all here. So wear a t-shirt. How I do it. I usually wear my scrubs. Wear something like that. You don't mind. Get the hair tied back, and come with a positive attitude. Okay, positive, happy, happy, and um, it'll be cute, okay? And even if you don't like your painting, I'm gonna have extra canvases so you can always start again. It happens. It even happens to me sometimes. So yeah, it's gonna be cute. And oh, I just want to say too, I already have some people who have already got their tickets, and we don't have a huge space here to work with, so it's not like I can have like 50 people at the party. So I don't want to put any pressure on you, but I would recommend to get your ticket soon, so that way at least you're guaranteed your spot, because it's first come first serve, and you know me, I don't do favorites or anything. So um, yeah, and then also it just kind of helps me too to figure out how much supplies and to figure it out and whatnot. So just let me know, send me a message, and I'll hold your spot. Um, yeah, if you have any questions or anything, or if that date and time doesn't really work out for you, communicate with me, because if I get a lot of people saying that it's not working out for them on Saturdays, then we can totally switch it to like a Friday night. Like the bowling alley, he is being such a doll and he's really flexible. So communicate with me and I can communicate with him. And uh, yeah, so totally remember, like, okay, so here's the thing. Now, I know that we've had issues in the past where we've had our husbands and the kids and the boyfriends and all that. And like, we're over here painting, it's good. But then it's like, what do you do with the kids, right? So I came up with this ingenious idea. Send them to go play bowling. Like, honestly, seriously. They got food there. Like, what a good sneaky way to get everybody to hang out, you know? And then plus, we're painting, having a good time and whatnot. And then dad can be with the kids or the grandkids and hanging out and socializing. And like, I feel like we need some family time. Yeah, everybody could always, you know, it's always a good thing to have a little bit extra family time. So, yeah, bring them and I mean, have fun, right? And then maybe after the class, you could. I'm gonna do it. I'm bringing my guy and my daughter. Paul and Isabel will be there, and they're bowling. And so I'm probably after the class, maybe before, we'll see. I'm probably most likely after. I think would be easier on me. I'm usually a little tired though after my classes. I mean, these are a lot of fun. A little labor of love. Oh, and also, if you haven't painted with me before, if you wanted to, you can totally. There's this idea I came up with, and it was actually presented to me. I'm sure you heard the story about that, the lady. And so I took it to heart, what happened and what we did. And so I do this now. This is like a normal thing that I do. Certain paintings just come out super adorable, and they're like total keepers. And when they're total keepers and I just love them, I like to write a little love letter on the back. So like I got them there for different people and just different things, and like sometimes I'll write poems and things, and I don't tell anybody I do it. I just do it and then I stick them up on the wall. And the whole concept is that in the event of something were to happen, like I'm planning to be here for a very long time. My great grandma lived to be 100, so yeah, I'm gonna be here for a while. And but in the event that there is a huge, absolute one awful tragedy, I'm gonna have little love letters. I got them all over my house, so that way everybody like, oh, mommy. And I got my little poems and my little like things of life that I learned, little things that I'm like, hey, and so I don't know. It's yeah. It's just an idea. It's totally cute. So if you wanted to make this as a present, that would like totally work out. Now I use a Sharpie. I use and then like since this is a blue, I would really use like a yellow Sharpie so it's not really see through. Down here where it's a little bit darker, you can use like a black Sharpie to so that way that it's not shining through the picture. But that's a total cool idea of something fun to do when giving a present. I mean, you never want to force a painting on someone because what if it's just not their thing and they don't like it or it's the image? Remember that episode on Seinfeld? Like, yeah, don't do that. um, but yeah, and a totally cute painting. Now, I recently went to the store because they had a sale and I splurged. I totally did. I mean, I spent a lot of money and like I bought the good stuff. So I got all brand new brushes now, and then I upped the quality of paint. I mean, we were kind of student grade there for a minute, so we got some better stuff now. So yay. um, okay, well, I gotta go. This video is getting long. I just love hanging out with you. So I will see you at the party.